I'll introduce you. How would you like to be introduced in terms of like?
Oh, Sir Ucal Shillingford the First.
Oh, great. There we go. That's what I'm going to do.
I didn't know if it was sarcasm because it seemed legit.
Well, it was, but hey, if I'm getting asked the choice of how I want to be introduced, I'm a sir in my own mind.
All right.
Okay. I had hoped the queen, but it's fine.
And actor.
The actual useful stuff.
What's that movie? Is it ahead? Don't ask her like she'll say, I haven't seen it.
Welcome to the Haven't Seen It podcast. This is a podcast where we bring people on the show and we get them really drunk and they tell me about a movie that I've never seen before. I'm Alenka Zach.
And I'm Will.
Oh, wow. I didn't know if you were going to come in because there was so much air. Dead air.
Oh, no. Oh, was it for you? Oh, because you're all delayed. You need to get better internet, Alenka. Like,
oh, I'm sorry.
I may have to fire you from this show and it'll just be me talking about movies to guests. That's all
I
it
think
will
I'm
be.
doing pretty good. I think I'm doing pretty good, Will. I have kept up a lack of watching TV for years now. What have you done?
Yeah, exactly. Pointing fingers.
Well, today on the show, we have just the most incredible person.
Wow. He's most incredible. Jeez.
Will, stop. I'm right
He's
here.
He's an actor, poet, and self-described all-around great guy. We have Sir Ucal Shillingford.
Actually, I prefer the Right Honorable Ucal Shillingford, but I appreciate the effort.
Are you a judge now?
Well, I'm important in my own head, so
I would truly believe it.
Aren't we all?
No, thanks for having me. I'm happy to be here. This sounds hilarious when you brought up the premise of this, and also kind of ridiculous and amazing that someone had.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, I was trying to be polite, but ridiculous, amazing, sad that someone hasn't seen so many of these kind of blockbuster or classic films. So I was like, yeah, I'm on board to kind of shame her a little bit. Yeah, let's do it.
Yeah, bring it on. Bring on the shame.
Yeah.
That's just my life. So it's fine.
Alenka's a real masochist. She loves it.
Great. I'm so glad we're getting to know me this way. Let's talk about something else.
Well, yeah, let's talk about something else. Let's talk about what movie Ucal has chosen for us to talk about. It is the amazing classic 8 Mile.
Woo,
8, not 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, or 7. 8, baby.
Yeah.
Is that a theme song? Is that the theme song?
Yeah, we missed 1 Mile, 2 Mile, 3 Mile, all those prequels, and we went straight to 8 Mile. Yeah.
We'll touch on why it's called 8 Mile at one point, I think.
Oh, yeah, we should.
Okay.
Maybe if we're worth anything.
But I want to touch on why you picked 8 Mile.
Because I don't know. I guess I chose it. I read the list. It wasn't my first choice. I'm not going to lie. Sorry, Eminem. If you ever hear this, Marshall. If you ever hear this,
it's
sorry.
an Eminem movie.
Oh yeah, exactly. Now we're getting into the meat and potatoes of it. But that's kind of why I picked it, because it's one of those movies that, I mean, you kind of expect everyone to have heard about, seen, know that it's this entertainer / musician's film, and it was pretty raw. And I'm like, if I'm going to talk about a movie for approximately an hour, I want to talk about this one. I mean, Gladiator was stolen, and so was Boys in the Hood. So here we are.
Yeah. But I mean, yeah, you really nailed it all there. It is I can't believe you didn't know it was an Eminem film, for one.
No, I thought it was football movie.
Okay, fair guess.
You thought it was a football movie?
Yeah, how many miles is the yard
that
or
would
whatever?
Be 8. That would be 8 yards.
Yeah, actually, that is a terrible guess.
Which is how many miles? 8, probably.
This isn't a math show. Well,
I'm sorry.
How many? No. Sorry. It's how many kilometers in this country, Alenka? Kilometers.
Yeah, right.
Come on, please.
KMs in
Keep it metric.
Actually, you know what, Alenka?
MY. Talk to
me.
You
know what? I don't want you I don't want you now to tell me the summary of the movie based on Eminem. I want you to tell me the summary of the movie you had in your head based on football. Really. Please.
Okay.
Or give us both, maybe.
I thought this was the movie with Sandra Bullock and the big football player. That one. Where is this a movie? Is this not a movie?
Okay.
Where Sandra Bullock is a lady.
It is a movie.
Helping. Yeah. Okay. So she's helping a football team.
She plays a lady. Yes.
Right. And there's this one guy that he's the biggest guy on the team, and everybody's like, you need to be the guy that pushes the people. And he's like, no, I want to be the quarterback. And Sandra Bullock tells him, you know what? Follow your dreams, man. Be the quarterback. You can run the 8 mile. And he does. He hauls ass, and he does. So
he runs all 8 of those miles.
Yeah. Oh, man.
Yeah.
That is how big a football field is.
So that's how the movie goes. So thank you.
I mean,
I haven't seen The Blind Side, but I'm pretty sure that's also not how that movie goes either.
Not quite.
Okay.
There is a big dude. There is a big football player who has some dreams, and Sandra Bullock does play a lady. So you're off to a good start, and I just think you kind of derailed. Yeah, whatever. Okay. A little bit, but
derailed off
everybody
that
has
8 mile.
Opinions,
No, this is to put a quick summary. This is Eminem's life story.
Yeah, I know.
Now you know. Okay, so true.
No, I know. I know.
Yeah, you still haven't seen it, but now you know.
Now I know it. Yeah. Oh, you know what? Actually, I think this movie's going to get really fucked up if I recall any of Eminem's rap songs about all that crazy shit in his life. So.
Well, yeah, maybe I kind of wish I never said it was Eminem. Maybe that's too much of a giveaway, but it's definitely not a Disney movie. I'll tell you that.
I'm excited.
I like this Disney version.
Grungy stuff.
What's that like?
8 Mile Disney version. It's like a 5-minute clip. There's nothing else that could fit in it.
Yeah. It's just the scenes with his little sister. That's it.
Basically.
Except for the other scenes.
I'm so stressed out.
Violent.
So
all right. Well, I mean, I think all our listeners know it's coming. But the drink for this week is called
drink now.
Mom's Spaghetti.
Oh my God.
Finally, fuck.
Yeah.
I can't believe
this was just an excuse for me to try to garnish a drink with spaghetti and meatballs. And the only drink that really fits for that is a Ceasar. So you just want to garnish a Ceasar with a little bit of spaghetti and maybe a big old meatball on top there. Yeah.
But that's it. You can't put anything else. Just spaghetti and meatballs.
You can sprinkle some Parmesan on there.
In the drink?
Fine.
Probably good.
Yeah. On a Ceasar.
Okay, fine. Fair.
Yeah.
It's tomato based.
I was trying to figure out maybe even add a little bit of like Pabst or something just to give it that like Eminem's mom feel sort of thing, like the trailer park feel. Yeah.
Grungy, decrepit.
Okay. I won't be doing that.
Yeah. So listeners, try it out. Send me pictures of your own mom's spaghetti cocktails. I won't give you anything. Just send me pictures of it.
And if you puke it up after, you better send a picture of that too.
Yes. Please.
I'm excited. We have good content, you guys.
Well, I think, we do. We have great
It's
content.
not a family show, right? I should have asked that.
Swear all you want.
All right, good. As I get into this one.
As long as it fits with your image. You have an image to uphold, Ucal.
Oh, yeah, true. Yes. I am the right honorable Sir Ucal Shillingford, right?
Yes.
I forget about that sometimes.
Right alongside Paul McCartney and
that's okay. We've seen royalty do some
They're the only
shit.
Sir actors I can think of. Yeah.
I think it'll be fine if you swear.
Well, yeah.
We're all adults here.
There's a lot of swearing in this movie.
Yeah.
Well, let's get to it. Ucal, how does this movie start?
It starts with, he doesn't use his real name in it for whatever reason. But I think doesn't it start with him like working in a really shitty
and it
factory?
Is him playing?
No, actually it starts it starts at the Shelter, which is the rap club. It's like the rap battle club. And he's like getting ready to like rap battle.
Right.
And he's got puke.
Oh yes, it does open on that.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Oh.
Yeah, fuck, it does open on that. I thought that was after the panning or the like a montage of his shitty life in Detroit. But yeah, it does starts with him puking in the washroom stall, right?
Yeah, he's real nervous to rap battle all these people.
Right.
Mostly probably because it's 1995 in Detroit and he's the only white rapper in this club. So he has no respect, obviously.
Zero.
Yeah.
And he's just nervous in the bathroom, and he's going out on stage to rap, and he's got his friend there, his friend's name is Future.
Okay.
That's his nickname, and he hosts the rap battles. And what does he do, Ucal? He doesn't. Yeah.
Future. We're talking who's played by what's his face, Mackay.
Yeah, there's no Mackay Pfeiffer.
What?
Mackay Pfeiffer.
That?
Yeah. The lyric of the song.
Well, I don't know.
Mackay Pfeiffer. This is my life.
Well, we know Eminem rhymes anything, right? We know Eminem rhymes anything and everything. But isn't his buddy in it the hype man? Like he's always hyping him up. He's the master of ceremonies of the shit.
Yeah. He hosts the battles,
right?
And then we also get introduced to a group that's called Free World. Or the Free World, Free Worlders like or something.
The Free World, yeah. They're like they're like the villains of this dark, gritty Detroit rap scene.
Yeah. Led by Papa Doc, aka what?
Why are they the villains?
Well, we'll get to it a bit more later, but it's basically like they run this shit and like they're the cool kids of this. If we make it a figurative high school, they're the cool kids of this figurative rap high school.
So and they like usually
you gotta
win.
Go through them.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And but they're mean to everyone else. And like, if you're not part of them, then you're just a loser who's like,
I guess it's kind of like a miniaturized version of like East Coast, West Coast rappers, but like just in Detroit. It's like, they're on one side of town or on side of the spectrum, and then the other side is the 313, the 313ers, which I believe is just like an area code. Yeah,
just an area code, I guess, on that side of where exactly Eminem grew up for. And like, if you're not with the free world, then you're a loser. And now it says here's Eminem trying to like make his mark as this white rapper in a predominantly black kind of environment. So we can see why he threw up on himself a little bit.
Yeah. Wow. But yeah, it's Free Worlders led by Papa Doc, who's played by Anthony Mackie, young Anthony Mackie, who is the Falcon in the Avengers movies. If people know those movies, hopefully.
I've heard of them.
So it was just really interesting watching this movie with him like in this role that like I've only ever seen him in the Falcon role, which is so different. It's like yeah.
I guess that's why he's a talented actor.
Yeah,
he does the things.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
So he chokes. He just like doesn't say anything. He's up on the stage and then he just
wait, Eminem?
Yeah, Eminem.
What's his name in the movie?
Bunny Rabbit is his nickname.
Come on.
B Rabbit.
Sorry, B Rabbit.
Well, Bunny Rabbit. Bunny Rabbit, B Rabbit. Jimmy Smith Jr.
Okay. And it's played by Eminem.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Seems
because essentially he's showing his life story and like the rough, gritty, the hurdles he's had to go through, and it kind of gives a montage early on in the movie. Again, I haven't watched it recently, but early on in the movie, it lets you know that this guy's coming from the gutter. I know I haven't watched it recently. How dare I?
We see kind of his life in the earlier scenes. Immediately after the rap battle, we find out that him and his girlfriend broke up, and he gave her the car because she said she was pregnant, which they all his friends not really tell him, but assume that's just a lie that she made up.
Okay.
And he's just carrying a garbage bag full of his clothes, which is kind of like a big 8 Mile image, is him carrying his clothes in a garbage bag.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
And he moves back home with his mom in a trailer park.
Spaghetti.
I was just about to say, home is a glorious, one bedroom, I guess. One bedroom trailer.
One bed.
I think he lives in with probably one bed exactly, but with his mom in the grungiest neighborhood. And I don't know if it's too early to get into it, but 8 Mile is one of the dividing lines. Like these different roads in Detroit are kind of dividing lines from like the haves and have-nots. Once you're on that side of 8 Mile, like, oh, you're like scummy. Don't look at those people. Turn your head, kids. Like, don't look them in the eyes. These are the,
the white trash sort of like in the trailer neighborhood. Like his mom and him are definitely supposed to be white trash.
Okay.
And yeah, so with his mom is also his little sister, Lily. And then she's been dating this abusive alcoholic named Greg Buell.
Okay.
Yeah, I forgot it was played by Michael Shannon until I kind of rehashed it.
So good.
Yeah,
Love
Michael
that.
Shannon. He's dope. Always. Don't know Michael Shannon. Zod,
I'm just
Superman.
checking.
Have you seen that movie?
No.
Okay. All right.
Okay.
Yeah, she doesn't get any references. This is why this show's so fun.
Oh, this guy with the face. Yeah.
What? Yeah, with the face.
He's got
always
like a
seems
very
angry
tight
and intense.
lower face. It's just like, kind of looks like he just ate a lemon.
That's a good way of putting it.
It is tight lower.
Just ate a lemon.
The director's always like, Michael, can you just get tighter and a bit lower in that face?
Yeah.
That's the only direction he receives.
That's all he needs. He does it well.
Yeah. But Greg's waiting on a settlement from being in an accident. So that's kind of half the reason his mom's with him is just like to get the money sort of thing from his settlement. And so she can move out of the trailer park. Yeah. So, he's coming into maybe some money from a settlement, and that's kind of why Eminem's mom. I'm just going to call him Eminem. I'm not even going to call him Jimmy. Just Eminem.
Yeah.
B-Rabbit. I will refer to him as B-Rabbit.
Great. B-Rabbit, a.k.a. Jimmy Smith, a.k.a. Eminem, a.k.a. Marshall Mathers, a.k.a. Slim Shady. Too many names.
Yeah, pick one. Fuck.
His mom is basically, not like gold digging, but basically just like, that's part of the reason she's with this abusive guy is because he's going to get this settlement. She could maybe move out of the trailer park.
Yeah. And I think she knew, as I'm recalling and reviewing here, she knew she had an eviction notice. So I think she was looking at him as a kind of golden ticket to kind of solve the problems. Yeah.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
That sucks.
And then, Brabbit, as I like to coin the term, Brabbit, he notices that Greg, a.k.a. Mr. Michael Shannon. I will not refer to him as Lemonface because I want to work with him one day. So, yes, Mr. Sir Michael Shannon gets into a fight with Brabbit's mom, and Brabbit, aka Jimmy, aka Slim Shady, tries to defend his mother. He's like, "Hey, don't hit my mom. Leave us in our trailer park life alone."
That happens like a little bit ways into the movie, but they struggle at first. Like he throws a beer bottle at him.
Yeah.
Like Eminem does. Like he doesn't like the dude. The dude's an asshole. And they find out Future comes to help him get his car started. His mom gives him her car, and then the next morning it doesn't start so that he can get to work. And Future tries to help him get the car started, and they figure out that Greg went to the same school as them. So his mom's dating like a guy that's around their age.
Oh, geez.
Yeah, how old are they supposed to be also?
20s.
Yeah, just like, well, he works at a factory, so he's just fresh out of school. Fairly fresh out of school, I should say.
He just got fired from a pizza joint, but now he works at Detroit Stamping.
Yeah, car factory, right?
Like a metal stamping plant,
where he has been begging to get extra shifts, but there's a whole thing like, "Oh, Brabbit, you're always late." That's his name now. It's Brabbit.
Yeah, I know. Thank you.
They're always like, he's always like, "Oh, you're always late," and I think it's because it's just the shitty life he's coming from. Not making excuses for him, but I think they're trying to highlight like this guy lives in a trailer with his mom and little sister, an abusive stepfather or confrontational stepfather. He's not in the best state of mind to always be going to work. So like it throws that little plot point in there. Like, will he ever get those extra shifts he desires, or will he get some type of
tune in next week when Brabbit gets the night shift.
Basically, well,
exciting. And then so he has his crew, which is Future, and then his 3 other friends. can't remember the others' names.
One of them's Cheddar Bob. Cheddar Bob.
Cheddar Bob, yeah.
Is the only other white guy in the crew, and he's just like
a doofus.
Just lovable doofus. Yeah.
Fuck, his name's Cheddar Bob. So like right from the he looks goofy, and the way when he says his
like?
name.
He actually sort of looks like
does he have a middle
what's
part?
His name? He's
Seems
another
like a middle
actor
part kind of guy.
He's in Saving Silverman and a bunch of other movies. He's one of these.
I don't know why you do this, Will. You know I don't watch movies.
Yeah, you're referencing all these movies. Like, she's like, oh yes,
loved that one.
Yeah. You should know these, Alenka. You should.
Right. Yeah, they're on the list.
But he just like has like a shaved kind of cut head.
He has beady eyes.
Yeah. He's not like the most good looking white dude.
He's not. He's like an average looking, kind of small eyes, kind of frumpy, like a permanent 5 o'clock shadow. He doesn't look the best, but he fits a description of a Cheddar Bob. Someone who you're like, is
a less attractive Michael Shannon. Yeah.
Basically. Yeah. Is Cheddar Bob coming to ruin the party? Like that type of shit. Yeah, he's gonna.
Cheddar Bob's coming in and bringing some brie actually for a
team,
change.
You know what I mean?
Bringing some brie.
Brie. Okay.
Brie Bob. He upgrades to Brie Bob later on in the movie.
He evolves.
Yeah, exactly.
What's his final state?
Final form?
Gruyere Bob. Yeah.
Oh. Guys, I love cheese so much. Let's start referencing actors with cheese instead of like movies.
That's going to be a running thing.
Yeah. So there's his crew, and then he also has this friend who is kind of in the crew, kind of not. His name's Wink, and Wink is kind of like, he's all big talk. He's like, I've gotten so many rappers. Like, he's kind of a club promoter.
Sure.
Right.
He has connections, so he tells his connections about these other rappers, and then they somehow get a record deal. So he's like, I can get you a record deal, Rabbit.
Yeah. Rabbit. I love that name's sticking now. Lenka, look at that. Left your mark on this episode already. Yeah. But yeah. Wink kind of is like, I think he does radio DJing too, but he's like, as you said, Will, he's like, if you got talent and you're the right type of person, maybe I could eventually connect you to these labels. And then, eventually, I don't think I'm missing too much, but later on it shows you that at his workplace, one of his friends is there's a rap battle going on, like on lunch, right? And
yeah.
I think
factory?
At the factory, I guess they got
Come on.
This is it's a factory full of different excitement and wonder.
Wow.
We might be skipping ahead, but are you talking about Brittany Murphy?
Eventually, like because she's subtly been introduced. She's been introduced already before that. So let me not skip ahead I was just gonna say there's kind of a clash. So Future and the crew there, they want Future wants Rabbit to like do the rap battles and win the battles, gain respect, be kind of in a small fish or a big fish in a small pond. Yeah. Wink's like, I can get you record deals, but then his crew are always like, Wink's a liar. He just talks shit. He doesn't know. He just makes up stories. He's not really that responsible for too many people getting famous. Sure. So there's this battle between friendships. But Wink is also promoting the Free World crew, so that he's kind of part of that crew too, and they're the bad guys.
Why are they friends with Wink?
Well, because he from what I remember, he's like he plays both sides, and he's like everyone's friend because he's the local radio DJ, and he's like man with the connections. So like as long as you don't have beef with him,
right.
As long as you don't have beef with him, he could potentially open up doors for you, type of thing.
Yeah. And it's assumed that they're all childhood friends in a way. Like they all kind of grew up together. Like they've been friends for quite a while, including Wink, and had been part of the crew a little bit. So there is this idea that they've known each other a while and they're just all kind of, teenage childhood friends.
Yeah.
Okay.
So that's kind of set up. And then we are introduced to Brittany Murphy.
The hot love interest. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Actually, when we were watching this, my partner Sam was like, Brittany Murphy, what's she up to now? And I was like, she's dead.
Hot. Oh.
She's like, oh my God, really? I was like,
I remember that.
Didn't you
I forgot she passed away, to be honest, until I was reading up on the movie again. Yeah, sadly.
Yeah. And it's really, it is really sad because it's a total fluke, weird
pneumonia.
If you look it up, it's like pneumonia, but there's some things to do with like just her levels of like anemia, and she was just on like a regular prescription drugs and wasn't overdose. It's really weird. It's like And then her husband died of similar things years later in the same house. So maybe it's toxic mold poisoning. Who knows?
Whoa.
I don't know.
Landlord got away with murder.
All right. So take your iron pills. Am I right?
We're doing a Brittany Murphy conspiracy podcast now. So that's what this is. She's introduced in the parking lot of this kind of club. Well, in the club, but in the parking lot, they do kind of a rap battle just for fun with this group of people.
Yeah.
And then Free World Crew shows up. They suck. They make everything not fun.
Right.
And they insult Brabbit to his face, for choking. The one guy basically is like, you choked on Dick.
Oh, right.
He didn't say that, but he made the motion.
He implied.
And Brabbit just like starts a fight and they get into like a mini fight, but then Papa Doc, Anthony Mackie, pulls out his gun and then they're like, oh, okay. Like they're not gonna fight because he has a gun.
Yeah.
Sure.
He's a man. He walks around with a weapon. Yeah. That whole posturing.
Yeah.
Setting that up. That's
probably kill you.
Well, but it sets up a lot for later too, because it's like, oh, tough guy. Your crew's already kind of the intimidating crew, but now here you are with a gun too. Like, oh wow, we really don't want to mess with you guys. So it kind of sets up like you really don't like these people from early.
Right.
Oh yeah. And then they all like hang out. There's a scene where they drive around town with a paintball gun and shoot up a bunch of shit. And
kids being kids.
Yeah. And they see this old abandoned house, and Detroit's pretty decrepit, still is pretty run down, but especially in the 90s. And they see this like old abandoned house and they talk about how like they're, some kind of homeless guy or raped a little girl in the house. And
Jesus,
it's kind of talking about more or less like the politics of Detroit at the time. And just the poverty. So they see this house, and later they all are at a party at Wink's house. Again, Wink is weird. They hate Wink, but then they're all hanging out with him anyway. And he brings them all to the party, including Brittany Murphy, and they're all like dancing, having fun in this really dirty basement.
So gross.
Best
like,
of
is there
times.
stuff leaking from the ceilings, or
it's
just a couple cracks?
That's actually what I love about this movie. It's like, I love watching movies that have real places, like real basement,
like
and
that,
real
trailers.
Yeah, not like these people live in a $8 million house. Clearly.
No, exactly. It's a bit, I guess kind of relatable, but just show that these are average people with average struggles, and like none of them are living a flashy life.
Yeah, like when I see that gross basement, it makes me feel so much better for my filthy basement too.
Right.
Like I feel normal.
Exactly.
So they decide they're going to go and burn down the old abandoned house so that no other other little girl could get raped, because they're like, oh, Eminem, it could have been your little sister.
Wow.
So like, let's go burn it down. And they burn down this house, and Brittany Murphy's all like, you're going to get a record deal. I know it.
I believe in you, Brabbit.
Wow, the way you burned that house sounds like so rock a deal.
Well, she heard him rap battle for a little bit, like in the parking lot.
Just the sequence of events in my mind just played out so oddly. It's like they're watching and she's just like clinging. So I'm like, wow, you're going to be famous.
It's kind of like that. She's just he's standing by like a swing set and she's like on the pole, like, yeah, I'm going to be a model. I'm going to New York and you're going to be famous.
I'm manifesting it.
Yeah, basically.
Ari. All right.
And then I think, at some point, his mom gets an eviction notice and she's like, oh, I can't let Greg know about this eviction notice or else he'll dump me. And then eventually Greg does find out about the eviction notice.
Yeah. Part of it tried to skip it too.
And that's the scene that Ucal referenced is he like basically like pushes her and Eminem tackles him to the ground. So
Brabbit has to become a hare. He becomes he levels up from a bunny to a strong, bold hare and defends his mother's honor.
Yeah, and he punches Michael shit. Yeah, pretty much.
Stop. Yes.
He punches Michael Shannon's face in even more tighter.
Oh, yikes. I just hate the thought of that.
It's a sight to see. It's nice to see, actually.
You really just want to work with him. You're just like, punched in the face.
He got punched really well. It was really one of the takeaway moments of that movie for me.
So good.
Yeah.
there's she's gonna get evicted. There is a fairly raunchy sex scene that happens with Brittany Murphy
and Eminem.
No, with Eminem. No, with Eminem. We'll talk about the first sex scene.
Okay.
So Eminem does another rap battle in the lot of the lot of his workplace at the food truck.
Now we're getting to the food truck.
Yes, this is Exhibit's big cameo. And,
okay.
So
before he went on to pimp people's rights.
Yeah, exactly.
I love that show.
Yeah.
Do you actually know that show? Hold on. Do you actually know that show?
Yeah.
Okay,
I was so confused. I was like, how did he put a living room in a car? I don't understand.
I gotta watch the next episode, see what else he does.
Yeah.
Anyway, sorry, go on.
He pimps some rides. I don't know.
It's
I'm just saying.
It's a full cheesemaker in this car. There's a full cheddar bob in this car. Okay.
Stop.
They rap battle, Exhibit and Eminem. They're all, I mean, most of this movie is really full of a lot of homophobic slurs, but that was the time, even in 2000, but also in 90s rap.
Exactly.
So it's a sign of the times. And so he battles him in the lot. They're all just having fun and laughing. Freestyle rapping, making fun of the one gay dude who's there.
Right.
And is he
the only guy wearing a leather jacket taking a smoke? Well, he has fun later when Eminem defends him, but still calls him no, he never calls him a slur. He just calls him yeah, you're talking about the one gay dude, rap rhyme sort of thing.
But Eminem kind of he kind of not vindicates, but he defends him. And instead of he's like, all you're focusing on is the fact that this dude's gay, but then he flips the script on him and it's like, what have you done? Like he attacks that person's character for more than not even just his sexuality, but just his character. And that's when I think he gets the support of, oh shit, B-Rabbit can actually rhyme.
B-Rabbit. Yeah. And run, with a cause.
Exactly.
Yeah. Civil rights cause. Yeah.
Spreading the good word. Yeah.
And he
can you imagine
show up?
For 1 second, if Rabbit was just rapping the Bible, that was his cause. Just for 1 second. Where would his career be now?
This movie would be as long as Hamilton if that were the case.
Yeah, honestly. And have so much more controversy. That's for damn sure.
Yeah.
But who should show up at that little battle is Brittany Murphy.
Right.
And she's so turned on by his rapping that she pulls him into the dirty ass fucking steel mill that he works in, and they have a really dirty sex scene. All I can think about was how fucking filthy that whole fucking factory is.
I was passionately turned on. I was like, okay, fuck. Look at these young people just
this
fucking
happens
wherever.
all the time.
Oh yeah,
exactly. Just fucking in a steel printing factory.
No condoms, just
passionate, raw, young love.
Exactly. It's pretty long too. I should have timed it. It clocks in probably at a good 2 to 3 minutes, which that's a long time to just be watching people.
I want to say that that doesn't happen, but I know a couple people that have worked in factories, and from what I gather, it might actually happen.
Really?
Yeah.
More than we think.
I think so. And that scares me.
I think without going too much on a tangent, I know some friends who are doctors and they make use of those on-call break rooms. Yeah. I mean, really? Surprise, but
they Grey's Anatomy that shit?
They
Isn't
Grey's
it
Anatomy
the Olympics? You finish a surgery and you just have to, fuck
get that stress out. Fuck all the stress and probably
that's
fuck the pain away.
Stress, Yeah. Anyway, so they fucking and
so that they're all in love, I guess.
Sure.
Love.
They don't know.
Yeah. And this all a lot of this whole movie happens in the span of a week and a half or 2 weeks.
It's really tight. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So there's 2 things coming up, and they're all kind of not on the same night. The one's one night, one's the other night. But Future wants Rabbit to do the rap battle again, go to the shelter and participate in the Friday night rap battle.
Mm-hmm. And
Rabbit's like, no, man, don't sign me up. And then Wink is like, hey, man, you should come to the studio Thursday night. I talked to my friend and he wants to hear your rap. So you gotta You got to show up. So he's kind of at this precipice of like, am I going to show up for Future and rap battle, or am I going to show up for Wink?
Yeah. Caught between two worlds. Which side do I choose? The one that could potentially give me a future, or do I stay loyal to my, MC host friend who's, I don't want to say a laughing stock, but you almost don't take Future seriously, because aside from his belief in Brabbit, I almost called him Eminem. How dare I? Aside from his belief in Brabbit, he hasn't really delivered much except pats on the back and like that kind of long-term friendship. Like, so.
Yeah.
Right.
So Wink seems like the shinier. Wink seems like the shinier option.
So that's like in the future. It's coming up, but there's one scene that's pretty important. They're all driving around in Brabbit's car, and they pass by, the future. What's the world? Free world. Pass by the free worlders in their like black SUV, like in a parking lot, and we see Wink is with them, and this like pisses off Brabbit, because previous to that, he's all been like, I'm just promoting the show they're in. I'm not really part of their crew. But then
there he is, chummy with them, smoking, drinking, so having a grand old time.
Oh yeah,
what a brat.
He walks over and they just start like a full out gang fight between the two groups. And meanwhile, Cheddar Bob is like standing back, like reaching into his pants. He's like, and then he pulls out a gun, Cheddar Bob, and he just like shoots it in the air. And he's like, yeah, I got a gun. I'm going to shoot you. And then Brabbit is just like, what the hell are you doing?
Yeah. Chill the fuck out. Isn't this where also he shot himself in the foot?
Oh my God.
Yeah, no, not in the foot. He's like, they're like, put the gun down, man. And he's like, but Papa Doc had a gun. And then he's like, just put it away.
Basically, yeah.
That's and he slowly like puts it back into his pants and basically shoots, not his testicles, but very close, like his thigh.
Yeah, shoots himself in the thigh. And they have to, don't they? Yeah,
they rush him.
Cheddar Bob, and now we have to rush you to the hospital.
Chetty.
Old Chetty.
But he's like bleeding out in the car, and he's talking to Brabbit, and he's like, Jimmy, can you teach me how to rap? That's how I can get girls, right? I want to be MC Bob.
Yeah.
So cute.
And they're like, what's wrong with Cheddar Bob? He's like, nothing. I just want to be MC Bob. He's bleeding out.
His final dying wish
is to like, anything you want, Bob. You got it.
Yeah. Yeah, he wants to finally not just be Cheddar Bob, but MC Bob. He wants to level up past the cheese.
What does that stand for? Melted Cheddar Bob?
Yes.
Well, everyone likes melted cheddar better.
Oh yeah,
that's true.
You melt it on a plate and just eat it? Did anyone do that? I did that.
Yes.
Moving on.
Oh my God. I'm so
comment.
glad you did that. I like it. Yeah, I mean, Ucal, you're a pretty fit guy. I don't think you melt cheese on a plate and eat it the way I might.
Oh, this quarantine has made me quite the sloth and glutton. This lockdown number. Slutting.
I guess this is 3 technically.
That's that word.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was about to say whatever version of lockdown this was. I think it is 3. Yeah. So, but no, trust me, there's been days where it's waking up and melting cheese on a plate seemed like a good idea, but I just, eat a bunch of donuts. So don't worry. I'm there with it.
Great. So they take Bob to the hospital. He's fine. He turns out fine.
He's fine.
But he really
overreacting.
But like Wink was with them taking him to the hospital, but Wink is like fighting with Future. They're all fighting, and Brabbit is just like, fuck this shit. I don't like, who cares? Cheddar's in the hospital. Why are you fighting? I'm leaving. And he just kind of leaves his car at the hospital because it won't start because the car is a piece of shit. This is kind of like not the downfall, but a real like low point for Brabbit. He's all like,
he's realizing like it's all coming to nothing basically. His friends are getting hurt. Like what people he thought were going to be his link to something else are like hanging out with his enemies.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. And his mom is like going to be evicted and is like blaming him, and his little sister doesn't have a good life. His whole life is coming down. And there is a scene where his one crew member, his one friend, drives him to work because obviously his car is broken down, and it's like super early in the morning. And it's a famous line from the trailer where he's like, man, do you ever feel like there's a point where you got to stop living up here and start living down here? And it's like in the trailer as a super like introspective, serious line, but in the movie, his friend just goes, it's 6:30 in the morning, man.
Yeah. They build it up like it's a pivotal, life-changing, introspective moment, but in the movie, it's almost as like thrown away.
Yeah, exactly.
Cool. Good.
Yeah.
Still a good movie to worth watch.
Yeah.
Don't let
that one line. Yeah.
Meanwhile, Wink is actually helping out Brittany Murphy because with her modeling, he has contacts that can help with her modeling.
He's just such a hero. He's just helping everybody.
Yeah,
what a hero!
Such a nice
good
guy.
boy.
Yeah,
but
so
he's helping her to a little more than just her modeling career, or basically. I'll let you take it away, Will. But it's casting couches before casting couches were a thing.
Oh yeah, basically, he goes to the studio for like that meeting to be like, I'm coming, I'm showing up. Where's Wink? And the woman's like, all of them are in this studio too or something. And he walks by. We also see this like interview between an up and coming rapper that Wink claimed to like help get.
Famous or something.
Famous, yeah. So he's in the actual radio studio being interviewed, and then Eminem like looks into the office next door that's like soundproof. That's like another studio, and Wink is giving it to Brittany Murphy.
He's there getting really up close and personal with Brittany Murphy, aka Alex is her name. I believe.
Yes, Alex. Yeah,
right. Well, that's all just part of the modeling, I'm sure.
Yeah. It is I would say it's a very, at this point, though, it's not like they're exclusive or anything. Like,
no, but come on. The whole movie, she's like this loyal, we're going to make it together and I believe in you. I saw you defended. Yeah, exactly. I saw how you defended that gay dude with your rhyming skills in your work parking lot by the food truck. You're my hero. I'm your champion. The next scene, it's wait a second. That guy that almost betrayed him is just giving it to his girl. Like this, can this guy not catch a break? Fucking Brabbit.
Right.
Run, Brabbit, run. Yeah. Exactly. Yeah, so he beats the shit out of him in there and leaves. He goes home. He picks up Lily, his sister, from the trailer next door and brings her inside, but not before the fucking Free World crew pulls up in the SUV with the bloodied Wink, and they just beat the shit out of Rabbit.
Yeah. Basically, he's like, oh yeah, you thought. Basically, he's like, I've been playing both sides because I got protection on both sides, and like my tough, my tough bad guy friends are going to show you what's what, buddy.
Oh yeah, but he's super. He thinks that Papa Doc is going to be like big, so he's always super like. This is my reading of his intention. But Papa Doc, anytime Papa Doc pulls out his gun, Wink is always like, man, put that away. Don't do that. Because I think in my mind, you kind of think maybe no, because he doesn't want to kill Eminem. He obviously doesn't want to kill Eminem, but I think it's more or less like you can't pull out a gun and do this, or else you're not gonna get your shot, sort of thing.
Yeah, basically.
But but Papa Doc pulls out his gun and like puts it right up to Eminem's face. And at this point, Eminem is like at his lowest, and he's just like, "Yeah, kill me." Like I don't give a shit.
He is at defiant. Really? Like I have nothing. I live in the trailer park. We're about to get evicted from. Like my mom's boyfriend's beating her. My girlfriend, I thought it was my girl, is fucking the guy who's promising me a future. Like what do I have left to lose? My friends are shooting themselves in the leg. He's like almost like, fuck it, kill me. Like I'm good. And I think it's almost I don't think they touch on it more in the movie, but I was reading up prior to this session today. I was reading up. He actually attempted suicide when his first. It's not mentioned in the movie, but his first song, which is called Infinite or something, was a bit more upbeat, positive. He released it, just flopped terribly, and he shortly after that he things were going wrong in his life. I believe his mom's brother committed suicide. So he was just, again, they don't go into all that in the movie, but I think he was kind of showing at that point, it's like a parallel to his real life where he actually did attempt suicide at a point in time.
Right.
Yeah. Sorry to get really real there.
Cheddar Bob.
Cheddar Bob.
Good old Cheddar Bob.
Right.
Well, Eminem gets the shit beat out of him, and he's sitting on his trailer steps, and his mom comes home with like a big bag of groceries, which he's all like, where'd you get the money for that? And his mom throughout the whole movie has been like he'll show up and he's like, did you win at bingo? And she's like, no, because she goes to bingo every night. Tonight she won.
She fucking won at bingo.
Finally,
bingo.
Yes.
Finally, something's looking up.
She got I-27. She got the big number. She won $3,200, so they're not going to be evicted.
Well, it's like that little silver lining. Like finally, something's looking up for Brabbit and his gang of misfits.
Yeah, basically. And so everything, looking up, and then he at work, he's back at the steel mill, and his manager is like, "Hey, man, you've been doing well. I'm going to give you those extra shifts you've been asking
exactly.
for."
Remember those? Okay. Exactly. Remember those extra hours he wanted? He finally got them.
Have them.
Yeah.
Take them.
Got them. Yeah.
Before we even go even further, like, because we're moving into the second act, or like past the second act.
We're getting close to the ending.
We are. What do you think about it so far, Elena?
I want to. It's Alenka, but thank you.
Alenka, sorry.
No, actually, yeah, it's fine. My real name on birth certificate's Elena, so it all works.
I forgot about that.
Foreign parents. I think it's great. I want to see it visually, but it's fun. It's poppy. It's so light. I love it. It's like, ooh, what's coming at me? Oh,
feel good family movie.
I don't want to see the steel mill thing though. I get very uncomfortable with that.
You got to watch the dirty sex scene.
That's what you're going to watch it for, Alenka?
No, that's what I want to skip.
Yeah,
it stresses me out.
I thought that's what. Oh, true.
What if somebody hears in another room or scary?
I'll send you a version that's just that scene repeated over and over for an hour and 40.
You would too.
Endless loop.
Yeah.
One where you also can't control volume. No volume control, and it just goes on full blast. So
yeah. Well, it's actually not allowed. They're very quiet because he could get fired for fucking in the dirty steel mill.
Right.
He still has the hopes of extra hours because he's like, as much as I want to, get it in and get my rocks off. He's like, I still have those extra hours I need to help my family.
I mean, okay, my partner Sam said she literally was like, well, he's going to get fired if he does that.
Sorry, you guys. I just don't know. I'm not. I can share that I've never done that sort of thing at my place of employment. So I don't know all the ins and outs of the situation.
Well, he knew the ins and outs, and he did it many times.
Anyway,
yeah. Nice. So he's like, yeah, you want those extra hours? I need you to cover someone tonight. And tonight's the night of the rap battle. But he decides to he's like, okay, I'll do that. I'll cover it.
Yeah.
And then Brittany Murphy shows up.
My God.
And it's just like,
this chick.
Again, her attitude is she's so nonchalant. She's just like, she doesn't explain herself. She's like, I'm leaving for New York tomorrow. I just thought I'd come say goodbye.
Bye.
I was looking forward to you rap because you're going to make it with your cool, pro gay raps.
Bye. Bye.
Which is funny because we know that Eminem's raps have not always been very pro gay
at all. Yeah.
And she kisses him on the cheek and leaves. And I don't know. I guess
wipe my cheeks so fucking fast just to be like, fuck you.
Yeah. Well, that's the funny thing too. I remember when I was watching, I was like, this bitch.
Yeah.
Like, you were just you were supposed to be his best friend, biggest supporter, but just to get your record deal or whatever's good for you, you were fucking a guy in a recording studio after you days earlier told him, I believe in you. We're gonna do this together.
Yeah. And then just comes back and be like, okay, now I'm gonna leave and do this by myself now. Bye.
Yeah.
Well, that's the theme we'll find at the end. This is his realization, and we'll find out at the end.
Oh.
But he's like, I got to do it myself. I got to do everything myself. That's Brabbit. He's like, I got to go my own way, Fleetwood Mac style. And but here's his good karma paying off. He goes and talks to Paul, the gay guy in the steel mill, and he goes, hey,
nope,
Paul,
not McCartney.
Yeah, can you cover me?
Sorry, McCartney. I just have to say, McCartney did not make a cameo in this.
No,
not this. Not
I
this.
will not watch.
Yeah, not this Eminem project. No.
Yeah, he's like, Paul, can you cover me for a while? He's like, I will cover you.
Paul, will you come cover me?
I'll cover the lot of you. I'm not even going to attempt.
We'll do it poorly.
We can't do a Liverpool accent.
You did bad.
So he asked Paul to cover for him, and Paul's like, yeah, man, no problem. Because he defended him with his pro-gay raps.
Right.
So now he's got a few hours to make it to the rap battle.
Okay.
And do that. So he shows up. Prior to this, we didn't talk about this, but him and Future have a falling out. He fucking freaks out at Future because Future signed him up for the battle without him telling him.
Yeah.
And he was just like, I told you not to do it. Like, stop acting like you're my father. You're not Future. You're David fucking Porter, which is his real name.
What a
So it was
baby.
kind of just like, yeah, it was like,
I know, but basically I think he's just lashing out like, I told you not to do it, but Future, aka Mekhi Phifer, is just like, I'm your friend that's going to push you to do the things
projecting his shit on him, being like, you're not fucking Future. You're just blah, 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 blah. Like, basically. Yeah. Okay, Eminem.
So we're getting to the end of the movie now. He rushes to the rap battle. Him and Future make up. Future's just like, it's all in the past. He doesn't say that, but he's just like, you're my brother.
You're my brother, Brabbit.
Yeah.
Go up there and puke up your mom's spaghetti.
Yeah.
And he does. And then the movie ends.
No, stop it. Alenka, stop it.
No.
Sorry.
So Cheddar Bob's there on crutches. Cheddar Bob's good.
Right. I love Cheddar Bob.
But Rabbit's starting to call him, MC Bob because that's what he wants. He's respecting his wishes.
Mm-hmm. It's a turning point for everybody. Exactly.
Yeah. I like this.
Cheddar Bob.
So he then proceeds to battle the 3 members of the Free World crew in this rap battle.
It was so funny when the first time I watched it, I'm like, this is so cool. But then I've seen this movie like 4 times, maybe 5. But like the second and third time, I'm like, so is this like the boss battle now? Is this the final? Like, he's gone through trials and tribulations, leveled up, and now he's on stage.
This is the boss battle.
Basically, it was like a video game, like an RPG.
Yeah. There's like a really intense, like electric guitar playing, like.
Yeah. We're at the end. You're like, it's just like, okay, A, B, X. You have to like match it like Dance Dance Revolution, but for rapping.
I was so good at that game.
So he proceeds to battle them and just completely demolish them with his knowledge. The biggest thing, though.
This is the one he originally puked. Like, yes,
it isn't. Yeah, it isn't when. It isn't when.
But it's bigger than.
It's the same place.
Yeah.
Okay, calm down.
We're getting excited here.
It's the shelter.
Okay,
the liquor's in my system. I'm getting excited. Sorry.
So he battles 3 of these guys. The first 2 guys rap first, and then he uses what they say against him in his amazing
like
freestyles.
any good debate.
Yeah, exactly.
Basically, he flips it on them to the point where they're like paralyzed with shame and embarrassment on stage because they're like, hold on. I hate to say it, but it's like that bit of the race. It's like that bit of a race. It's like this white boy is going to step into our world, and the white boy actually mops the floor with you because it's not about race. It's about skill and talent. And fuck it. And really and truly, he's been so hardened by all the losses and like shit he's taken throughout the movie. You're like, yeah, man, fucking, it's your time.
Get one. Yeah,
exactly.
But he then faces off Papa Doc, who is like the winner, who's like the champion right now. Yeah. And Papa Doc, they flip to see who goes first. They always flip, and Papa Doc gets Rabbit to go first. But we learn earlier in the movie a couple things about Papa Doc. And the main one being that Papa Doc is not, what you would call a gangster or like from a poor neighborhood. He goes to a private school and he lives in a very rich, affluent neighborhood.
Okay.
So that makes him lesser in the eyes of all these
worlds of
rappers. Yeah, basically. Okay. He basically used that against him to kind of almost shame him for being like, not as run down as everyone else there.
Yeah.
A little bit. Yeah. It's a little bit like
in
that.
A house? What a fucking loser.
Yeah. Well, he's just like, his real name is also Clarence. And it's like, and Rabbit's all like, and Clarence's parents have a real good marriage.
Yeah. And that was such a big line. Like the whole crowd was like, oh shit. Yeah. Your parents have a good marriage. Oh,
lame.
Exactly. It's like, oh fuck this. Your parents are still together. Oh, loser.
Yeah. You don't get 2 Christmases.
Exactly. But it's sick. I love that because it completely floors Papa Doc, which is kind of an odd name.
I keep wanting to say Papa John, right?
Yeah,
me too.
I don't.
Him and Cheddar Bob should get together, create a pizza joint.
Holy shit!
Aren't they the founders? Aren't they the founders? But no, it was just such a redemption moment. I think that's why that movie. it was such a good addition to Eminem's career, because it kind of showed that if you didn't know him as just like Slim Shady when he came out, I'm a Slim Shady whatever, like this kind of quirky, funny rapper, but he's like, actually this guy had to like go up against his whole city, prove himself with all these L's, and he flipped the script on this guy who like pulled a gun on him several times, guy who thought he was king shit, and he left him speechless on stage.
Mm-hmm. He literally, he doesn't battle. He just leaves the stage.
It's like a true mic drop. He drops the mic, right? It's like a true mic drop moment.
Oh yeah, because at the very end, the end of Rabbit's freestyle rap, he basically lists off all the things that they're going to say about him. Like, yes, I am white. Yes, I am a fucking bum. Okay. Yes, I do live in a trailer with my mom. Yes, I do have friends who shoot themselves in the balls. Like, yes, he just raps out all the things that they're going to insult him with. Right. And at the very end, he's just like, I don't want to win. I'm outie here. Tell these people something they don't know about me. And he throws him the mic.
Throws him the mic, like throws him, he grabs it on his chest, clutches it on his chest as if a woman clutching her purse. Like, I never,
How dare you?
Because he basically just disses himself and like states all the facts. Like, yeah, I am poor. Yeah, I live in a trailer. Yeah, fuck my girl. Like, yeah, but I'm still screaming, fuck the free world. Like basically saying like, like I'm kind of a loser and like everything's been going wrong for me. But here I am still on stage in this final round of the rap battle. What else are you going to say about me? And then the Papa Doc's like,
you almost want a Karate Kid moment where Papa Doc at the end is like, you're not bad, kid, and just like gives him a hug or something.
Is that how that ends? Good.
Well, there's a bit of a moment, So Eminem like kills it. Rabbit
smashes
wins.
It.
Yeah, they're all cheering. They're all like, "Be rabbit, be rabbit, be rabbit." Yeah, nice. And they all walk outside and they're like, "Where are we gonna go? Let's go fuck bitches. Let's go." Literally, the one friend is always just like, "We're gonna get the bitches."
That's amazing.
Like, we gotta go party, and MM's like, "No, I gotta go back to work."
Yeah. So this is after the big thing. He still is just like, I gotta go work, man.
Well, yeah, he's just like, I got Gay Paul covering my hours. I need to come back.
Gay Paul. Yeah.
He just keeps saying it like that.
And that's his name forevermore.
Oh man!
But this is the moment. Like, Future is like, man, like, you should co-host the battles with me. Like, we can do it. Like, I think it would be great. You get so much respect. And then, Brabbitt's just like, no, that's you, man. I got to do my own thing. And then he walks off into the alleyway back to work, presumably. Mm-hmm. And we just assume that then he runs into Dr. Dre randomly.
Yeah, exactly. That's the next stage. It's not filmed, but that's when Dr. Dre jumped out of a limo. It's like, hey, Brabbit. Hey, Brabbit. Red pill, blue pill. Oh, wait. Sorry. Wrong movie.
I know the reference, though. It's amazing.
Oh, so you know that reference? Yes, good.
Yeah, man.
That was our first episode.
First episode. Oh, shit, really?
Yeah.
I've only listened to about 10 minutes. I'm terrible with podcasts because I have so many on the go, and then I'll get distracted. Alenka, it's not personal. I swear. I promise. Please, come on. I mean, if I saw you were cute, if I saw how cute you were, I would have been like, oh, okay, I need to listen and bring up some things she's mentioned before and try and,
Right.
Anyways, damn, this liquor's touching me. Get off here before I say something stupid.
I don't think it's supposed to touch you, but...
Hey, it'll do whatever it wants. Get back down there. Okay. What? Anyways, we're kind of on a tangent here.
That's the movie, Alenka. That's the ending of the movie.
That is sickening.
Yeah. That's good. That's in Alenka speak.
No,
that's
good. A good thing. Yeah, in Alenka speak, that's good.
I was like, wait a second. Does she mean that? I was like,
is it? No, it's
I know
sickening.
they fucked in a factory, but come on, like, there's a lot of other plot points there.
Some good things happened. Yeah, that's a spicy one. I would. I mean, if somebody would send me the link, Will.
Yeah,
I might watch it. I don't know. Maybe
it's actually awesome.
Will do.
I don't think it's on Netflix, so
no, it's not. That. I'll send you the link somehow. Winky, winky.
Somehow, one way.
How long is this movie? Also,
and about an hour and 50.
Yeah, that's okay. It's kind of long.
Hour and 40 with credits, or hour 50 with credits.
It moves though. It doesn't really drag on. Like
that's what it feels like, and that's the type of movies that a lanky needs, like something that's like poppity pop pop pop.
Trust me, and it does do that. Like it's obviously dark and gritty for a lot of it, but like as we said, there's that redemption moment. There's Cheddar Bob doesn't die. He becomes MC Bob, even if it's just from Rabbit's. Volition. But
there's also a real cute. There's a cute moment where Rabbit sings to his little sister like in bedtime, and it was just like this moment. I think for the world of like, oh, Eminem isn't this like super hard dude.
My God,
like he's such a nice little dude.
He gives a nice tender moment.
Yeah, because it was either like super hard, I'm gonna kill my mother, Eminem, or let's dress in crazy costumes and like have silly rap Eminem, not like tender loving Eminem at this point.
Exactly. Yeah. Well, I was even just going to say, even in his career now, he's like grown, mature Rabbit, like Marshall Mathers, whatever.
He's chilled a little bit.
He's chilled a bit, but even his last album, I think it was it Songs to be Murdered by or Songs to Get? No, seriously. Yeah. It was like a very raw title. Let me find it exactly. I was like, what the hell kind of thing? He's like, no,
Songs
he means
get
like
torn apart.
Basically, but that's what he means. Like it's metaphorical, like how the world is going to criticize you either way. So
write whatever the hell you want to, do whatever the hell you want to.
Seriously.
Yeah. Essentially. Yeah.
And I don't think he said too many contentious things lately, but he has that kind of mentality. Like people are going to judge you. And like, come on, people who were promising him like a future were fucking his girl at the time, his mom, like Music to be Murdered by was the album, but like, he's just been like kind of like an anti-hero the whole time, like against all odds, this grungy kid who's paved his way. So he still has that kind of fuck the world mentality. I'm going to be me regardless.
Right.
Yeah.
To this day.
Good words to live by.
Really.
So, Alenka.
Talk to me.
How many spaghetti and meatballs do you give this movie?
Big fat meatballs? Let's say like 7 meatballs and like 3 noodles on the bottom.
3 noodles, yeah.
Yeah, because everybody knows meatballs is the best part of spaghetti.
True.
And you could probably only eat like 7 because I'm thinking the meatballs are like, like at least like 2 inches.
They're hardy. Yeah, they're hardy.
Diameter. Yeah. And they're spicy. They are
spicy.
A spicy meatball. Spicy meatballs.
Very spicy.
Yeah.
Oh, well, that's a pretty good rating. That's one of the better ones.
That's a sickening rating, if I had said so.
Sickening.
It is.
Well, Ucal.
Sir
Yeah.
Ucal. Sorry.
No. In that present moment, I was calling you sir. I anointed you sir status.
Well, thank you, sir.
And Lady Alenka.
Yes.
Lady Alenka. Yeah. It's her greatest dream.
I'm such a lady.
Well, I want to thank you for being on the show.
Yes.
It was fucking jokes.
Taking the time out. And
it made my night.
If our audience would like to, hear you in things, watch you in things, follow you on things, well, what do you have to shout out right now?
Well, so my OnlyFans is I'm joking, and that's not a knock to anyone who does OnlyFans. He's a good-looking
dude, everyone.
We have OnlyFans, right, Will?
Fuck, man. I salute those women, although I heard it's a saturated market since lockdown. But anyways, what was I going to say? Okay. Right, that stupid woman. Anyways, she really ruined it for many.
She did, yeah. She really did.
She
we'll save that for another episode. But anyways, yes, my name's Ucal Shillingford. You could follow me on Instagram at UKES_. Ukes is my nickname. It's the one nickname you can kind of get with a 4-letter name like Ucal, which is kind of weird. I don't really use Twitter. I mean, I do use it, but I'm not going to give it out. Otherwise, you might see how much I'm not a fan of Trump in certain things.
Say politics.
Yeah, exactly. But it's on there. Similar name, Ukes on Twitter, except the E is a 3. And Yeah, no, thanks for having me. I was kind of hesitant to do this at first. I'm like, fuck, I have to talk about stuff and people have to listen. Well, no offense to you guys. I just didn't want to come on here and ruin it or
no, you did not ruin it, my friend.
Guests make it. Let's be honest. Will and I don't do much.
Let me guess. You two secretly you two secretly hate each other and like.
Yes, exactly.
The guests are the glue.
Yeah. I've seen Will more than like any of my other friends. That's true.
Don't kill me.
Yeah, I have 3 women in my life: my mom, my partner Sam, and Alenka.
Hey, well,
I am honored, Will.
At least I haven't met your partner or your mother, but at least Alenka's dope, so you have good taste.
There we go.
Hey-o. You hear that, world? I'm sickening.
Take that.
Oh, well, if you want to follow us, you can follow us on Instagram and Facebook at Haven't Seen a Podcast, and on Twitter at haven't_seen_it. You can also go to our website, haven'tseenapodcast.com. There you will see the giant list of movies Alenka hasn't seen. We're getting through it. There's quite a few, but we promise that it'll be done relatively soon. Relative meaning never. And big announcement. I've already announced it for 3 whole episodes now.
Say it again.
But we are doing a live stream. That is Friday, March 19th at 7:30.
I'm stressed.
We are doing a 50th episode live stream trivia challenge. That's right, folks.
I have already booked off the next day of work because it's going to be a scary night.
It is
a boozy night.
Alenka will be answering 49 skill testing questions about all of our movies we've covered so far. It's going to be hilariously bad. And we really want you to tune in for that. We will be streaming on Twitch, on YouTube, and on Facebook simultaneously. Sign into whatever one you want and join us. Going to be a lot of fun, and you may get a little prize out of it.
You might get a prize.
Yes, prizes are always fun.
Yes.
Check out our Instagram this week if you want
fucking details,
to
baby.
Get a little prize, get a little giveaway. We're going to be having details coming out this week. And as always, rate, review, and like on all platforms, but especially iTunes, because that's what gives us the numbers, I think. Yeah.
That's what we think.
I'll be sure to share this with my friend. One of my friends, as I told him as I was doing this, I'm like, I'm in a podcast right now. I can't talk. He's like, can I watch it? Where is it? What's the link? I'm like, chill out, buddy. Keep your clothes
down,
on.
Man.
Oh, keep your fucking clothes on.
Imagine if we did live podcasts. Jesus.
It'd be a nightmare. I would be like 5 hours delayed and everyone would be like, is Alenka even on the fucking show?
No, he's my homie. He's actually one of my most supportive best friends, Chris Gunn. Just so he doesn't like, motherfucker, I asked you about the podcast and you were here slandering my name on it. No.
He's fucking Cheddar Bob. No?
I do not. No, negative.
Okay.
I do not.
I misunderstood what Cheddar Bob was all about.
I am not making that comparison.
All right. Dope. Thanks for having me, guys. It's just sick.
Thank you so much.
It was sickening.
Sickening. You guys, on that note, have a good night. Follow your motherfucking dreams.
Yes, okay.
Stay sickening.
I will do. I'll do one of those things.
Don't throw up on your mom's spaghetti. Yeah.
Try it, though. It'll be fun.